Welcome back to the Manchester United Chronicle. After a narrow 0-1 defeat to Arsenal on the opening day, Rúben Amorim's side now travel to Craven Cottage to face Marco Silva's Fulham. United will be hungry to bounce back and grab their first win of the Premier League season. Let's break down the tactics, lineup, key players, and my score predictions as well. Fulham, in their last four games after last season, including three friendlies and matchday one, remain undefeated. They've scored in all their games, and in their last game against Brighton, with a last minute equalizer on the 97th minute, they won a point. They are the definition of a proper mid table team. They are bang on average in everything that they do, but they do it with such consistency that they cannot be taken for granted. They have placed themselves between 10th place and 13th place in the last 4 years consistently. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button. We are aiming to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Please help us get there. Marco Silva's Fulham are typically very organized. Against Brighton, they set themselves up in a 4-2-3-1 formation with a compact midfield to support quick transition. The double pivot protects the back four while the wide players stay ready to counter attack. It's going to be Leno on the goal, Anderson and Cuenca forming the centre back partnership. They will definitely miss the presence of somebody like Robinson on the left back position. Due to that, Bassey, who usually plays centre back, moves to the left back position. On the right, it's going to be Tete. The double pivot will be Berge and Lukic. King playing in the number 10 position. On the left wing, it's going to be Iwobi. And on the right wing, it's going to be Wilson with Jiménez up top. They have some quality players in the bench like Emil Smith-Rowe, Andres Pereira, Rodrigo Munez, and Adama Traore as well, whom we'll see during the course of the game. The key aspect of Fulham's game is their midfield. They overload the midfield and play predominantly in the middle third. In addition, they play a compact defense. They rarely allow central penetration and forces opponents wide. And they also counter-attack with pace on the wings, and that's their main weapon. And they have a physical striker as well, and they love to use the number 9 as a reference point to hold the ball and bring others into the play. When they are attacking, one of the fullbacks invert into the attacking space while the other fullback plays wide, forcing the wingers to do the opposite. Bassey on the left side is usually the one that inverts and provides a physical threat closer to the box, making Iwobi hold the width. On the opposite side, Tete is the one usually playing along the lines, while Wilson moves into the half spaces. Berge usually falls behind between the centre backs, with the other two midfielders acting as the link between the attack and the defense. Fulham are not a high pressing team. They usually fall back and try to win the ball in the middle third. They try to put more bodies in their middle third to win the numbers. Um, Both their fallbacks and the wingers join the midfield to provide compactness and physicality to win the ball. Out of possession, Fulham usually do one of the two things. One, a winger drops down and forms a five-member defensive line in front of the three midfield players who are central and compact with the defensive line. One of the wingers and the striker wait somewhere around the half line to pounce on the counter attack when they win possession, forming a 5-3-2 formation, give or take. Number two, they get into a centrally compact 4-4-2 position, forcing oppositions to wide areas and then leveraging their physicality and compactness and the defensive play to win the ball. The key man for them is going to be Iwobi. He is the main man to help them in transition both from attack to defense and defense to attack. He's quick, he's physical, and a constant nuisance. Hopefully, Lenny Yoro can put on a Lenny Yoro performance to keep him off. United lost their first game since the end of the season against Arsenal. It was fantastic performance from United, but we couldn't walk away with any points. Most likely, it is going to be Onana in goal. If it is not Onana, then it's a message to him to leave United and find a place elsewhere. Considering we are moving forward with the signing of Sen Lemon, It is going to be interesting to see who is going to be our keeper for this game. Then it's going to be the same back three of Yoro, Delict, and Shaw. The midfield is going to be Bruno and Mainoo. Because it is Mainoo to provide extra defensive cover, it is going to be Diego Dallo on the right wing back position. He also paired well with Mbeumo on the game against Arsenal. In the left wing back position, it's going to be Dorgu. Up front, it's going to be the new signings Cunha, Mbeumo, and Sesko. United will mostly hold the possession for majority of the game, similar to Arsenal. We will attack on a 3-2-5 formation in a very vertical structure. Hopefully, Bruno holds his position as a six, because the gaps that might be left by him could be exploited by the opposition to counterattack. Amorim will focus on setting up pressing traps and winning the ball high up, and also doing front foot defending by both Yoro and Delict, and maybe even Shaw. And in addition to that, we'll also have a fluid front line between Cunha, Sesko, and Mbeumo. Out of possession, United will retrieve to a 5-3-2 formation. Mbeumo will usually play last line on the right side, while Sesko will do it on the central or the left side to provide counter-attacking threat. Amorim will most likely use all his substitutions in the game. Thiago will occupy the right wing back position at some point, and Dallo will drop down to the right centre back position in defense. And Yoro will move to the left centre back position instead of Shaw. Maguire to replace Delict. Casemiro to provide some defensive cover once we are up in the scoreline, and then Xerxes will also get some minutes as a striker, and Mount in place of Cunha. This is how we will finish the game. The key player for United is going to be Mbeumo. The battle between Bassey and Mbeumo is going to be interesting. The directness of Mbeumo is going to cause a lot of confusion to Fulham's backline. Hopefully, he can get his first goal in the United shirt. My prediction for the game is United win 0-2. Fulham at Craven Cottage is never easy. They are tough, organized, and can frustrate big sides. But if United play with the same dominance they showed against Arsenal, the breakthrough will come. Those are my thoughts on Fulham versus Manchester United. Do you think Amorim will change the lineup or stick with the same system? Drop your score predictions in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for previews, reviews, and tactical breakdowns all season long. See you in the next one. Bye bye.